Must be Monday. You good?
Mm-hmm. Singing.
Yeah, I can tell. Good day, everyone. We have an Audi. This is a...
A3?
Yep, A3. It's getting a... Well, it was getting a kicker system. Was getting a kicker system. Now we're going to change it a little. So let me kind of break down what's going on. So that's the screen. That's the radio. The radio isn't up here. It's here. It's in the glove box. It's in this cool little hole right here. PAC makes a T-harness. They make a VW1 and a VW2. And this turned out to be the VW2. And the difference between the two is the VW1, which is this guy, has the provisions for the fiber optic. The VW2 is all analog wiring. The newer vehicles are going to be VW2s because they don't, same plug. Either way, if you have fiber optic, 1, non-fiber optic, 2. So you know. Originally, they were going to do these KS speakers here, which is fine. However, just like the Corvette last week, this is the door speaker. This thing is massive. All right, it's huge. So the putting a 6.5 in here, even though it is getting a subwoofer, why not? So we're just like we did in the Corvette. We're going to do the S-Type 6 or S-Type 8s. But these sounded pretty good in the Corvette, and they're a little bigger, so it's a little bigger. But this is the spacer here, so we're good. We'll make it work. Another good speaker to go here would be the 7-inch Kenwood Exelons. That would be pretty awesome to go here because this is probably like a 7.5, maybe an 8, a small, undersized 8. But the Kenwood Exelon 7-inch would be also really nice to go here because the tweeter, this has got a really big tweeter in it, so you'd have room for that Kenwood tweeter. So, big tweeter. The nice thing about the Audi tweeter as opposed to like the Volkswagen tweeter is this one actually just unsnaps like in Fernando's car. It didn't. We had to unplastic weld it, which totally sucked. So this one can snap in. So we're going to do the matching S-Type 6.5s for the rear. Now, the amplifiers for this, he bought, or these, I don't know how these showed up, but anyways, he's got a Key 501 and a 200.4. Okay. And that's where the fun starts, because as it turns out, this car has a subwoofer and a center channel, along with components up front and rear. So we need to figure this out. So it's not a premium badge system, so there's no outboard amplifier, and this is the VW2 here. Now, the VW2 plugs in. You'll notice it has these big wires right here in the factory harness. You have these big pair here and then the smaller pair behind it. This is the subwoofer. This is the center channel. And the VW2 does not come with these wires doing anything. So they loop through, so they'll still play, but they're not in the harness. So what we did is took the blue and red Y harness that it comes with, and we've soldered those in so that we have center and sub pins here. And then what we got going on now is we are connected to the front output with our IRTA2, our electrical RTA. And what we have to do is some testing. The testing we have to do is, for one, is there an all-pass filter? I mean, is there any form of filtration or delay or anything like that? Is there any form of sound? Hey, Iowa Mike. Is there anything going on that's happening to the left that isn't happening on the right, or vice versa, that is going to affect how the acoustical microphone for the 200.4 affects the tune. Honestly, I don't know I don't know. It's just who you want to talk to, I guess. I honestly don't know. But, anyways, maybe I don't say that anymore. I don't know. It's just what it is. Okay, so back to this. What's up from Germany? Okay, Audi, here's what we got. We need to figure out if the microphone for the 200.4 can acoustically RTA this. Now, if it has an all-pass filter or delay, it will still try, but we're going to have to then turn off the delay on the 200.4 because the all-pass filters or factor delay will screw that up. Now, the reason for the test is we could put a key lock in front of it and it would solve all those problems. So the key lock will get rid of delay and all pass along with flattening out the signal. Now, flattening out the signal really isn't the top priority because the microphone will actually do a pretty good job of tuning this. Used cars are so cool. Why do you buy German cars? Because they think the German cars are so cool. All right, so let's get to the test. So what we have set up is a new app from Studio 6. This is the stereo spectrograph app that Studio 6 makes. It's just like the standard RTA app, but it has a lot more adjustments as far as resolution. So for example, if we come here and we want to just do a standard 1/3 octave, we can do that. This is what you're used to looking at, the standard Studio 6 RTA app. We can also go to lines instead of bars, and if we change the resolution, we can get really detailed. It also has RTA with FFT, so there's a lot of options that the regular RTA doesn't have. So let's just go back to bars, and let's put it at like 1/12 scale. So that's about cool, right? Now, what we want to do is come over to here, and we want to play the left or the right. So we'll flick on one of those, and we are playing nothing at the moment. There we go. So we were playing pink noise, and what we're seeing is that. So if we turn it off, it'll go away. We turn it on, it'll come back. Okay, you don't have to. What are you doing? You can stop turning it. It's on. It's cool. Just leave it alone. Stop touching. It's like a little kid. Okay. Now we can see this, and that is just the right turning on and off. Now what we're hoping for is that if we turn on the left, all of this just goes up and none of these points go down. If one of the points goes down, that's going to point to either an all-pass filter or delay. So we'll turn it on, and then we saw everything go up ever so slightly. So there it's going up. Now if we change the scale just a little bit, we'll make it more drastic. But what you're seeing is everything is going up 3 dB, which is what we want to see. We don't want to see any little dips in any of these little areas here. We want to see the whole thing go up. So that is telling us right now that there is no delay or all pass on the left and right channels. So we can use the standard high level to low level built in the 200.4. We can acoustically measure this with the key 200.4's microphone, and we can use the delay that's built into the 200.4. The internet today is just, it's Monday. It's so much, yeah. I would hate for someone to talk to me like a little kid. Okay? Don't act like a kid. I don't even know what that means. But, so what we're looking at is a perfect scenario as far as how we can use the products that we have. Now, this has a center channel, and this is where the fun comes in for that. With the center channel, we can use Educar's Test and Tune app to play pink noise through center, and we can disconnect and reconnect. That's why we added the harness, so that we can see, is there any data going specifically to the center channel that is not going to the left and right. some of these cars that have a center channel don't actually have true center. They just have a combination of left and right, or left minus right, or a left or a right going directly to it, or they have a dual voice coil where there's one left and one right going to it, and they're playing it that way. So there's a lot of options as far as that goes. This just does have 2 wires going off to it, so I'm assuming it's some combination of maybe mono internally done. But either way, the center channel is not a pivotal speaker. Yeah, so you can run a dual voice coil center channel, and you can put a left and right, or you can bridge it, which makes it mono. So there's a lot of options you can run to. Either way, for us, what we have is, and that's not a true center, by the way. That's just an output. It's kind of like a subwoofer output. But this center channel isn't doing any upmixing or anything like that. Hello from Toronto. We're working on an Audi A3. Now, normally we would want to put a bigger, like a Blackbird in this, so we could just grab all channels, but I don't know, I ended up with a kicker key for some reason, so that's cool. But we don't need the center, so what we're going to do then is we're going to leave the center out. We're going to take the kicker key, 200.4, and it's going to power the new tweeters, the new mid-range. The radio is going to stay on the rears, and the 500.1 will come off of the sub output of this, and it'll power up the subwoofer. Does that sound like a plan, Fernando?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Now, as far as like amplifier locations go, the 501 is going to go underneath the driver's seat, and the 200.4 is going to go here underneath the passenger seat. They have these nice little areas. I'd like to put both of them there, but it's just not going to happen. And so that's how that. The reason why I put the 204 here and keep it close to the front is the radio is here in the glove box, so all of my wiring can just go in this area here and make it like nice and easy, and I don't have to run everything to the trunk and, you know, have 6,000 wires going back there. We're going to be running new tweeter wires to the back, and we're going to be making custom brackets for both the front and rear mid bass, because apparently we don't have the rear brackets, and we were going to have to make the front ones anyways. The nice thing is we've actually already made the rear brackets before, so I'm assuming that's why we don't have them in stock, but we already have Audi brackets all set, ready to go. It's got this weird shape to it. So, yeah. No. This is going to be these. So, and that's it. That's all we got. So this is what's happening in the Bay today, and probably part of tomorrow, is getting this Audi all decked out and sounding better. You excited, Fernando?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So excited.
So excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really about it. This is why we use the IRTA too, so we can test these things. Now, we could also test for fake engine noise, which we've done. We don't have anything to worry about there. How we test for that is just shut all the doors, roll up the windows, and start up the engine and see if you see anything move on that. You do want to disconnect the front speakers or whatever speakers you're tied into, because the speakers will act like microphones, and they will give you a false read. As the cabin noise increases, these will move, and they will give you a little bit of, and people are paranoid when it comes to fake engine noise, so they're like, oh crap, it's got fake engine noise. And then as soon as you disconnect the speakers, it goes away, and you're like, oh, it doesn't have fake engine noise. So,
Can I turn it off?
yes, you can turn it off. You can take your phone back. But this allows us to see what is going on and make sure that we put in the right tools for the job. So, so for this, it's going to have a kicker key 200.4 to power the front stage, and a kicker key 500.1 to power his kicker Comp C subwoofer 12 that he has here in the trunk. This is all just, yes, Bobby, this is really all just a tech tip. Just kind of filling in the gaps. Obviously, a lot of people want to just put in amplifiers in cars, which is totally cool. And there again, the only reason why we were worried about whether this has any type of delay or filtering or anything like that is because the key is a DSP and has delay, and obviously you're going to want to use delay. And if it has all pass or factory delay, then the key won't work in that regard. That's why they put an on-off switch for the delay, is so that you can get rid of it and not have it use it. And And then if like you don't test for it, you'll know it has it because your center will swing back and forth depending on what you're listening to. It'll sound like it's coming from the left or the right and never grounded into the center. It's usually the dead giveaway, other than just doing some quick testing using the tool. Which, yeah. Any recommendations for a single DIN? Actually, yeah. So JVC makes a marine single DIN that is black, and it has a really bright display screen that's easy to see. The unit has multicolor. Totally recommend getting that, because most cars that need a single DIN, the single DIN is impossible to see. Like if you go by, the screen is so dim and whatnot. If you get the marine JVC, unlike the Kenwood or all the others, they're typically silver for marine, or white, which is ugly. The JVC marine radio is black, and it has multicolor, and it has their super bright display screen. So any car that we put a single DIN in, I try desperately to get that radio to be the one to go in, because it's the easiest one to see and use. Have you done any work on a 2024 or 2025 Jetta adding to factory radio? Have we? I don't think so. Yeah, Jetta's not a real popular car for us. However, if it's a base audio system, it's going to be very similar to what you just saw us do here. So check the glove box. And then more than likely, it is going to be an SB amplifier, whether it's amplified or non-amplified. There are speaker upgrades. So Focal makes some stuff. I'd also check out the Helix stuff, because Helix might actually make some plug-and-play stuff for your Volkswagen. Check that out. Wondering if the A3 would be the same platform. It might be. It might be. It might be very close, because they're very similar. The seats are the same. The under part of the seat is the same. Usually the radio is located there. Maybe not. It just depends. But could be very similar. So you're repinning it?
No, just removing the other pins.
Oh, the extra pins?
Use.
Yeah, for the rear. Yeah. All right. Anyways, that's what's happening here in the install bay today. Today is Monday. You know what that means, Fernando?
Yeah.
What
6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna have the regular Q&A show on Facebook and on YouTube. But you can also go to morelhifi.com and pick up some car audio stuff. Amplifiers, speakers, subwoofers. We have a nice subwoofer that we should test. It's a shallow mount.
Yeah, one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days. We have the box. We have the subwoofer. So, yeah, go to morelhifi.com. Pick up your subwoofer, a shallow mount, and enjoy it. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what depinning kit do you use? So for depinning, okay. We have these all on DNF Tool Drawer, by the way, Austin. This is my favorite tool right here. This is this guy. This is fantastic. They make a whole bunch of different versions of them. So this is for the next size down. We buy a lot of these, because these keep changing, but we like to use those. Now for the Molex style plugs, we have finally found the tools for those. I have not put these on DNF Tool Drawer yet. I really need to do that. But these guys, so like the Arc Audio, the Helix, and all those that have this style plug that totally suck. This company right here, JR Ready Tools, they make 3 different versions of it, but these tools are fantastic. Hang on. So let me show you what I mean here. So I have them labeled. So the X, and then this is a W. So grab this guy here. It has this end. Now what makes this really cool is if you've ever tried to use one of these Molex adapters, they usually just break. So this one has a replaceable tip. So if you break the tip, you can just buy a new tip. But so like on the Key 200.4, we are just going to be using the front. So I can put this guy in here like this. It's like a solder pen. It just bumps. You push this right here, and it pops. And then if everything went according to plan, which it probably didn't, this should pull out, which of course it's not going to do because we're live. So let's try it again. And I think I might, you know what? I think it's this one. Is it? There we go. And it pops right out. So, do this guy again. Let's pushing it out. Anyway, you get the idea. Push it out, and it'll bend them so that you can just click them back in here, and we throw these back in the box. But these tools are fantastic for that, for depinning those style connectors, because we've been just making all our ARC audio cables. So depinning the original ones are pretty fun, because I don't want to have all those extra wires in there if I don't need them. So that's what we use. And those are the new tools that we're trying out. Yeah, outside of that. 2016 Honda with nav. Do you have any videos? Honestly, I don't know. We do have a couple Honda Accord videos. I just don't know what it does. J is what we use also. There you go. Yeah, they're awesome. They're very cool. It is good stuff. I wish I would have found it years ago. It's one of those things I just constantly look for depinning tools because I'm never happy with the ones I have. And then I found these and I was like, oh my God, these are awesome. So really love using these tools. It's streamlined a lot. So it's very cool. But we're going to go there because Mary Lou's actually going to be next Saturday. So she said she'd come on next Saturday. So we'll have Mary Lou next Saturday. So that's, and then we're going to have, I think the 11th, we're going to have Ernie Hartman from Amp Global. He's head of tech support. And he's going to be on talking about Amp Pros. So we're going to just do a whole show on Amp Pros because we have 2 new Amp Pros that are coming out. We have the new Ford A to B Amp Pro that is coming out. And we also have the new GM A to B that is coming out for 2025s and up Bose systems. So we have 2 new Amp Pros coming out. Plus, I know we're all desperately waiting for the Chrysler 2025 harness to come out. So we'll get an update on that. And he's just going to talk to us about Amp Pros, how they work, because I know you guys always have questions about those. So, Lori hates coming on the show, Bobby. Like, even when she's here, like, she'll come, and she doesn't want to be on the show. So, we've had her on before. She just is not comfortable coming on the show. And I don't force people. If they don't want to do it, it's okay. But Lori just doesn't like doing it. So, which is a bummer, because she's good. She's fun to have on. She makes me laugh. But anyways, we're going to get back to work. Questions tonight, 6:30. Tune in. That's all we got. You have a wonderful day. Bye.
That's for sure. Yeah, I would never do that.
What, play with sharks?
Yeah.
Jumping out of a plane is way safer.
Definitely, it's like, oh yeah, it's totally safer.
Yeah, I mean it's going to hurt less. You just hit the ground and that's it.
It's quick.
Ripped apart just
Done.
does not sound like fun.
I don't think you're gonna be. It's painful.
I don't know. I have no desire to find out.
You should.
Why? 300 amp fuse all day long.
This one?
Yeah, you got to put a 300 amp fuse with a key 500.1.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it takes.
This is a 300 amp fuse. This one, not this one.
Oh yeah, that one. The key. Yeah, that's the 300 amp fuse right there.
Yeah. This is 200.
200?
200, 300.
Okay. Yeah, it's 500 amps of fusing.
That's right.
Yeah. All day long. All day long. Good day, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the Audi. So we're just buttoning it up here. Fernando's connecting the power wires. He left this side of the car apart so that you guys could get an idea of what we did.
I'm a nice guy.
You are a nice guy, because most of the time you're just like, I need to get this done. But thank you.
I wanted to, but...
No, it was smart. It was smart because... So, like the Corvette last week, this also gets the S80Cs. Now, if you were looking for something other, if you're looking for an 8-inch, that isn't those. There is another pair of 8-inch, which you want to grab those? You want to grab those for me? I think they're in one of those 2 cases. I think. Here, you're gonna need. You want the step stool, or are you just gonna Evel Knievel that thing? Oh, he's just gonna jump up on the. So.
I don't think we have it.
It'd be like I said. We have 3 drawers with Morel. So if it's not those.
This is the late carbon 603.
Okay. So it's not in those boxes. Check that right there. Check the faded box.
Oh, this is right here.
Are they right there? All right, see? So 8-inch being popular as they are, most people don't realize that, like, years ago, Morel came out. No, that's not them. That's the BMW. That's not them. It's not them.
No.
Keep going. Check the big box right there. Morel came out with an 8-inch universal fit.
Hybrid 603s.
Really? Where the hell are they? What is those? Those say BMW?
This is BMW too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to find them.
Yeah.
That's not them. They don't say BMW. Anyways, Morel has this beautiful 8-inch speaker that is apparently eluding us right now, which is very strange. Although we did run into this problem last week. We were looking for the LX 850.1. And Fernando, there's nothing behind that. And Fernando put it behind something, and he went and looked in the cabinet, and he's like, nope, it's not here. And then we tore the whole shop apart, only to be like, it's behind them. So, those are the senses. Man. Huh, I wonder where they went. Vertus, subwoofer. We're gonna have to find those. We did a wonderful video on them like 1.5 years ago. They're awesome shallow mount 8-inch.
Can you find it?
No, they got to be in one of these other cabinets then, because I mean we got them here somewhere. Unless Paul took them. Did you take them, Paul? Scandalous. Kicker. Oh wow.
No, it can be there.
Kenwood. Wow, we got that much Kenwood stuff? I wondered where all that went. Damn. I didn't realize we had all that. We gotta do like a Kenwood giveaway. We need to do a JVC giveaway. Anyways, we'll find them. We'll find them. You ever put something where you won't lose it, but forgot where it was? Oh, dude, I do that daily. Fernando will tell you, I do it all the time. I'll put stuff. Okay, the only place I've figured out to put something, like when I'm working on, and I don't want to lose it, I gotta put it in my pocket. Like, if there's a panel clip or something strange like that, I just put it in my pocket. Yes, I got them. Did you take ours? That's what I want. Trying to use the aux to USB-C cable from a headphone jack to a car factory USB-C aux input. Will it work? All right, trying to use an aux to USB-C cable, from a headphone jack in a car to the factory USB-C input. Well, yes, it will work. Yes, I know what you're saying now. So you have something like this, but instead of an RCA, you have an aux input on it, like this. It should work because most of those, the aux jack is, when it plugs in, that's what activates the radio, and it really doesn't care what's on the other end of this. The problem you may run into is that the cable, these, are crap. 90% of them are just straight up crap. That's why when you buy the IRTA, we tell you to get the Apple version of it that goes from USB-C to aux, because there's a DAC inside of here. So like this one tells you right here that it has a DAC. This DAC is a dual DAC, 32-bit, 384 kilohertz. So that's why I bought this one, because it had the best ratings. Most of these are not 20 to 20. They are very narrow, and they're made for headphones. So they don't have bass, and they have limited amounts of treble. So you have to be careful when you buy that cable. Apple makes a really nice one. Samsung makes a really nice one. I bought this one. This is the FiO version of it, but I haven't tried it yet. So this would be USB-C to female, and then you would just take an aux cable and go from aux to here. So I'm pretty sure the FiO is probably pretty nice because it's a FiO, but we haven't done any testing on this yet. I just got it, and like everything else just kind of sits here until we absolutely have to do something with it. Hi, Brian. How do you like the Morel BMW integration speakers? Those are fantastic. Those are what he grabbed accidentally, because their subwoofer for underneath the seat is actually oversized, so they give you a spacer to size it up to the right to their size. It's pretty cool. All right, so morelhifi.com. Check them out. That's where you can find the other 8-inch if you want something that's a little higher end, but equally price conscious and very universal, so you can fit it anywhere. Okay. They have an inverted magnet. It's really cool. I'm really bummed. We're going to have to find this thing. It's got to be around here somewhere. I can't believe we can't find him. That's so weird.
There's so much stuff in here.
I know. We got to go through and organize everything again. Maybe we'll do that in October. Okay. Audi. Let's take a look. Let's see what went in the Audi. All right. First off, tweeters. So yesterday we showed you the factory tweeter. Nice thing about these is it snaps into place. Flipping it over. This is the new Alpine tweeter in there. So this was made out of 2 pieces of acrylic, 1/4 and 1/8, glued together, and that allowed us to, they're staggered holes, so somewhere here. So it was these, I actually put these holes backwards. So there's a small hole here and a big hole here, and they stack on top of one another like this. And this is backwards, but they give us this taper, which allows that tweeter to sit into this, and then it locks into place. And there you go. You have this wonderful adapter for the Alpine tweeter to go in here. And then we add this little 2-pin connector to it right here, so that there again, it's still serviceable, makes it easy to get in and out, as easy as this tweeter can be. These clips right here, they suck. What you have to do is once this is in the car, when you go to get it out of the car, you have to pull up on it, because there is a keyhole slot in the A-pillar. So right here is this little keyhole slot. So like you got to put it in, you got to pull it, and then it'll come out here, but you can put it in the right spot, because this has to line up. See how this is also bigger? Now, the stupid thing is they put spray foam in here, which is cool. Spray foam, great idea, but they don't cut out the spray foam, so it makes it hard because you have to crush the spray foam to get the piece to go up for the first time. So that is kind of but either way, and then it screws into place here with a Torx bit. Radio is all connected. I know, right? It's all these connectors that make it what it's so. Nice thing is we can unplug and plug in anything we want to plug in. So like this is the center channel in the subwoofer, so we can unplug it to bypass it. This is the tweeter wires. So these we just use the same connector on. So these just run in. So he ran these wires here into this and we soldered in our little connector here for the tweeters because we're going active front instead of, because the system for this is passive. So there's a capacitor on the tweeter and it's connected to the mid bass and the door. Which brings us to this bad boy. This is the Alpine 8-inch. And so we made this bracket. It's made out of a 1/4 inch and 3 pieces, 3 pieces a 1/2 inch to get it into here. Because the factory one is actually taller. So we needed something to move it out, and it's very tight. It's very tight. Like definitely the factory is definitely more of a 7 than an 8, but we were able to design it with these dips right here so we could get these screws in without having any problems. There's 4 of those, and then the speaker just screws in opposite of that factory harness from Metra, and there you go. So there's that. foam and all that other fun stuff. If we were going to, now if I was going to, like if they were going to have fastenings or something like that, what I would do is this top layer would be a little thicker out this way, so I'd have some place to put that fastening. But they didn't get them, so we don't have to worry about that. But this gets up there really tight, so we did the best we can to make this one as into the door as possible, which is really cool. So with the radio here, you do have to take the glove box out. That's the easiest way to get this in, because none of this would fit in, so you do have to remove some of the plastic on the back of the glove box so that you'll be able to tuck all this in. Right now this is just being held in by one screw, because to do the key lock, we're going to unplug the center and the rears, just have the front hooked up, let it do its thing, and that's it. Now the next question is, where is the key lock? So, I'm sorry, not key lock, key 200.4. There's no key lock in here. We tested that yesterday. Let me grab a light as Fernando finishes the battery. I'll grab a light. Astro, these are the lights we use. This is the newest one in the bunch. The newer ones are definitely designed better than the classic ones we have because they actually stay in place. The older versions of these we have just kind of like flop around, but Fernando feels like the battery that is in this one is not as good as the older ones, so he thinks they swapped the batteries. So we got a better construction of the piece. It's much nicer, much stronger. Like, you can never do that with the old ones. So for example, here's the old one. And it's not because we drop them all the time. We drop everything all the time. I mean, it's just kind of how life is. But this one has been kicked around. It's been abused, and it actually seems to be holding up really well. Other than he feels the battery is not as good. Okay, so with that being said, here is the 200.4, all in place with the load resistor on it here. How this is attached into the car is there's a tongue that goes here from the factory, and then in the factory underneath this plate are two screws that stick up like this. One of them is here and one of them is here, so they're right about here in this area. This one we're using for the factory ground point, and this one we took a 1-inch piece of material and countersunk in the bolt, and that is underneath this area, and that is what we're screwed into. So it's screwed into, we just basically raised the bolt. Just bought the Apple USB-C to aux. Oh, perfect. So this is it's nice and tight. Power wire signal for the sub amp, the key 500.1, and the remote turn on out of this go over to the other seat, which we'll take a look at. But all of everything else, all the signal wire and everything, all goes this way, up through here, up into here, and then it all plugs into here. So everything, it just plugs in for the most part, which is really cool. I'm totally digging the way these things just plug into place. It makes things so much easier. So come over here to this side, and now we have the key 501. Same layout as far as how this goes in. Tongues in over there, put the bracket here, screwed into that, factory bolt right here for the ground, subwire, all the power and stuff. So the power from all that stuff comes through here and all meets up with this guy and then goes up through here and out the firewall. There is a factory grommet here, which is cool because it's a German car, and they usually have one, because if it has a stick, it's not going to have it because it's the hole for the stick. So if you buy a German car and it's an automatic, hole through the firewall, totally awesome. You can fit like 2 0 gauge through there. It's fantastic. And it comes with a rubber grommet, so it makes everything really sweet. So power, subwire, bass knob. For the bass knob, Fernando pulled apart the center console, and this piece here comes out, which is really cool. And so we put the bass knob in this. And there you go. So now I can just sit here and be like, boom, no boom, boom, no boom, and life will be good. Now, in the back, he has a Comp C, I think is what he went with. So Comp C12 sitting in the back, just chilling out. I love the bass knob placement. Good job, Fernando. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, so he finished underneath the hood. Ow. Are you going to use this bass knob?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
Okay. Then I'll add it to our pile of random bass knobs. We've been making all different sorts of bass knobs. Here's the 5-star one. It's pretty cool. So what I was thinking about doing is making the 5-star red, and then have a red ring around it. So kind of neat, but we'll see. I should probably do that today. Maybe. Oh, battery wire. Sorry, squirrel. So here we go. Bracket attached. This is the 200.4. Comes with this fuse. This is the fuse for the 500.1. I mean, that would have to be like milled out of aluminum, I think, for something nice like that. These are just 3D printed. These things are light as a feather. It's like, this is just ASA, simple, you know. But a lot of that comes down to the knob itself. Like if it had like, I don't know, almost like bearings that piece has. So that would be really cool though. But most of these guys just use the cheapest pots they can find for their bass knobs. So really can't do much about that. Dean, what's the name of the RTA Android app, and will it work with Dayton? I don't see why it wouldn't work with Dayton. I think my Android tablet is dead. Of course it is. But I think I have because it's both iPhone and iPad. Is it RTA Pro? Hold on. I think it's RTA Pro. Yeah, I believe it's RTA Pro. It should look something like this right here. But yeah, I think it's RTA Pro. How cool, right? For the... Ooh, made it big. For the iPhone guys, or this is the new Soundscape by Studio 6. This guy. Studio 6 makes the normal app, but this is the one we've been starting to play with. Yes, this mess. But yeah, it's just like the red one, but it's blue. But it has a bunch more options. So I need some time to play with this because look at that. Oh wow, that's like 48. That's ridiculous. Anyways, I need some more time to play with this one because it's got a bunch of features in it that I haven't had a chance to figure out yet. Oh, see, there we go. Oh no, that was for the light. Yeah, see, I gotta get a new one of these that has 2 USB-Cs and a lightning adapter. That way I can charge the Android, the Apple, and the headlamp. Dean, when's the last time you put in an old iPod 30-pin connector? I can't tell you when the last time I put one in is, but I can tell you when I took one out, which was last week. We were working on a Mercedes ML350, and we were taking out the factory radio because it was dead and putting in a new radio, and it had a 30-pin in the glove box, and so we had to take that out and put our new USB-C connector there. I've uninstalled some old iPod inputs in the last day. Yeah, exactly. The funny thing is so my backpack that I have, because I like to be prepared. You know, who doesn't like to be prepared? And I need to it's also my personal life that I don't have time to do anything. So like, why would it be any different, right? But I have this pouch that I always travel with, and I need to go through it because here you go. Here's a Lightning, HDMI. Like I don't have anything that has a Lightning anymore. This one's cool. This is like a phone charger. It plugs in. I do always travel with a old pair of earbuds, just because, I guess. I don't know. Here's my Dragonfly. So this is the camera kit that won't work on my current phone because this is USB or Lightning. So I have all these weird Lightning connectors in here, and then here's a 30 pin to USB that's plugged into a 30 pin to Lightning adapter. So I guess all I need is a Lightning to USB-C adapter, and then I can, yeah, how stupid is that? Here's another 30 pin to SD card reader. Here's a USB-C to mic and headphone. I don't think this works really well. Lightning to aux. I don't even have a, it's, yeah. So I gotta go through this and order some new stuff to make my world a little bit more relevant. But yeah. So I have an iPhone graveyard at home, which is like a drawer that has all this stuff. I was looking to do like an iPhone or iPod upgrade to where you take the old iPod, you take it apart, put new hard drive, new connector on it, Bluetooth, all that fun stuff. And I was looking to do one of those because I was trying to figure out a cool portable media player that would actually be connected to iTunes, have music on it, and not go away for like cruise ships and stuff like that when you're not in a Wi-Fi. And after doing a bunch of research on it and playing with mine, I was like, this isn't gonna work. So I put it back in the drawer. It was fun though because it had a bunch of music on it, so that was kind of neat. But yeah, it would just be one more thing that I'd order all the parts for and then probably never get around to doing because, don't have time. So, but it seemed like fun. It did have a bunch of music on it, which was neat. Yeah. So, anyways, this guy's almost done. We got to run all the key tests on it. So, key 200.4 microphone, and then we'll do the key 500.1 de-equalization, re-equalization for the sub bass, and then we'll get this stuff out of here. After this, we have an FJ Cruiser that is going to get a radio installed in it, so nothing too exciting there. You probably still have another hour on this, and then this will be done, so we'll time it just right as far as I'm concerned. But he's done now, so we're going to shut the hood and start putting in the mics and stuff like that. So, with that, thank you for watching. MoraleHiFi.com is the place to go. Hey fellas, Long Island. Quick question, can you wire two 4-ohm DVC subs to 2-ohm? So, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 4, no. 2 and 2 is 1. I'm sorry, 4 and 4 is 2. 4 and 4 is 2. 2 and 2 is 1. So the answer to the question is no. You cannot get two 4-ohm subs, two dual 4-ohm subs to a 2-ohm load as mono. So, unfortunately, no. 4 and 4 is 2. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's just do it in my head. Why not just do it on paper? Paper is way easier. All right, let's just double check. Okay. So, this is how I like to do it. All right. Hang on. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. All right, so check it out. So here we go. So if we series this, that'll make this 8 ohm. If we series that, that'll make this 8 ohm. So you have two 8 ohms, this equals a 4 ohm. Okay, so we don't want that. So now if we parallel this, this makes this 2. Parallel this, this makes this 2. And now If we series it, ooh, we get a 4. And if we parallel it, we get a 1. What did we want? 2 ohm. So no. The only options we have are 4 or 1. So, unfortunately, that's it. That's all you got. So, those are your options. Oh, yeah. Okay. 16. Nobody wants 16. So, there we go. That's it. We're out of here. You guys have a great day. Bye. Look at him go. He's a machine. There's Bert Kreischer and there's Fernando Lopez. And I would definitely say that Fernando is more the machine than he ever was.
What?
You ever watch Bert Kreischer, The Machine?
No.
The stand-up and or the movie? You haven't lived. You definitely need to watch them. They are fantastic. One of them is the live action version, like, where he's an actor.
Uh-huh.
Stars, his dad is Mark Hamill.
Okay.
I know you don't know who Mark Hamill is.
Nope.
Luke Skywalker.
Nope.
No, Luke Skywalker. The actor that played Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. You've seen Star Wars.
Okay.
Anyways, he's his dad. The actor that played Luke Skywalker is his dad. Did you ever find the 8-inch Morels? Okay, you're the winner. You didn't win anything other than the fact that before we went on, we were both like, how long is it going to take someone to ask us if we found the 8-inch Morels? Now, here's the funny part, okay? They were exactly where they were supposed to be. Did it work? So exciting. Did you sell him one?
I'll be back next week.
Oh, wow. He's fishing?
Yeah, kicking tires.
Anyways, they were exactly where they were supposed to be. And so yesterday, you remember, Fernando was looking in this cabinet here, and I said, they're probably in this one. And he opened this one. He didn't open this one. We opened this one. And this one has all the old cardboard style Morel stuff in it. So I don't know how they got overlooked, but literally they were sitting right there. They're no longer sitting there. They're sitting right here. So here they are. The IP-UNI 82s. Morel's 8-inch speakers that they make that nobody knows about, even though we've done videos on these. We've played with them. We've unboxed them. These are them here. So what makes them super cool? That right there. See how shallow they are? Because the magnet's here on the front. This is, yep. So there you go. Neo magnet on the front. Small voice coil, unlike a conventional Morel. But this is designed to drop right in. We have a video where we showed these and we made brackets to drop them into an F-150, a Chevy Silverado. Boom, they go right in.
You did?
You did?
Really?
Yeah, we made that video. And actually, I think the other day when we were doing the Audi, and I was going through, so we have totes. So like we have this tote here, we have that tote here. So that's pretty, like, we know what that is. That's scrap acrylic. But this tote, I saw it and I go, what the hell is in this tote? Because we never go into this tote. And so until the Audi, what's in this tote is our old speaker bracket collection. We went through and threw out a bunch of them. But right here, this one, this bracket is, I think, hold on. I think this was the bracket that we made for this. Was it? No, oh, it's close. No. All right. So I don't even remember what. Oh, this is an F-150. So this one is actually the 9-inch Morel that we made. Maybe it was this one. This is another F-150. Either way, you get the idea. They'll fit right in, no problem. So, but yeah, so this is the brackets that we have What else we got in here? Corvette. Here's the Corvette one from the other day. Yeah. So I forgot we even had these sitting here. Like, because I never go into this. And that morning I had walked by it. And I go, what the heck is in that tote? Huh. And I go, well, we haven't been in a while. We should probably throw away what's ever in it because we haven't used it. So what it actually is a shelf for right now is it holds our scrap 1-inch blown PVC. So this stuff is super expensive. So we tend to keep all of it, and we'll use every little last piece of scrap that we get of this because this stuff is really expensive. We used this yesterday in the what car was that? What did we do yesterday? Oh, in the Audi. These are what the little brackets underneath the amplifier were made that bolted into the floor. We use this stuff here, and this is for when Sebastian comes up so he can play basketball. So we got that goes there, and then I bought him a set of Nerf balls. So anyways, back to this. So this is the Morel. This is them here. So we do have a full video on these. It tells you all about them, everything you need to know. They're affordable. They're not crazy priced. They're in their plug and play or integration series. So when you find like the BMW speakers and stuff like that, they're in that same category because these are made to be bracketed speakers to go into factory locations. So the tweeter is, doesn't come with, comes with a whole bunch of mounts and stuff like that, but it's the smaller tweeter. So it is the MT25 tweeter, 25 millimeter 4-ohm, 90 watt tweeter. This little guy right here. Of course, the grill comes off. It has the standard look like Morel thing going on. I think, isn't this what comes with the Ultimos? No, what is it?
Maximo?
No, what's the one you have?
The Temple Ultras?
Isn't this the Temple Ultra tweeter? I feel like the MT25. It's either. Is it the Maximo tweeter?
Is the MT20?
I don't know. Anyways, this is MT25. So, anyways, this is them. So if you're looking for a affordable set of high-end, how's that? I know, playing words. MorelHiFi.com. Check them out.
I'm just wondering, as a customer, right? In general.
I was gonna say I have my wrong glasses on. I can't see nothing.
In general, what would you like? What kind of brand do you like to have an 8-inch? Any brand.
Well, what brand would you like in an 8-inch?
Me?
Yeah.
All of them.
Everyone should make an 8-inch?
Everyone should make an 8-inch.
I feel like you're hinting towards somebody that doesn't make an 8-inch. Is it kind of sound like iron? Yeah?
I'm just saying.
All right, now I can see. Oh, that was weird.
So yeah.
I lost audio. Did we lose audio?
You lose everything?
I don't know.
That was when I was saying that. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean...
No audio?
I don't know. I don't know where we lost it.
You're like Eduardo now?
Yeah. Did you... Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Let's see.
Floating. JL audio. You're fine. Oh, no, we're fine. Okay. That's weird. I guess hopefully we weren't saying anything important when we lost audio. That was very strange. Okay. Anyways, so if you're looking for a affordable set of 8-inch speakers, high end, check them out. MorelHiFi.com. There you go. And just so you're tuning in, you go, what's the model number? IP-UNI82. It's funny too because in my head I'm going, man, we should find cabinets like 8-inch cabinets. Like 8 and a tweeter cabinet. And then I was like, why? We haven't even finished the 6-inch cabinets that we have, so
right here.
It's sad. I know.
Dude,
we need to finish those.
We have a subwoofer, have this cab. Dude, we have a lot of stuff.
I know.
Gotta get on top of the game.
I know, we're terrible. Would those fit in the 96 Accord? No. You barely fit a 6.5 in an Accord, bro. Honda is not.
No, you can put it in the 96 Accord.
No, you can't.
Just gotta
just rebuild the whole door.
Make
a new door and make a new everything. Cut a bigger hole.
I think so, bro.
So it's back. Okay. I gotta hear these. You do. They're fantastic.
They're fantastic.
Okay, how difficult is it to install a loading head unit into a 2013 Armada Platinum? So I'm guessing it's an Armada, so it probably has that top screen, maybe? You know, that has the regular down below.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem with the 2013 Armada is that the dash is very fragile. So I typically talk people out of upgrading anything in that car unless they plan on buying new dash bezel, because it's probably going to break.
Okay, but the Armada is the one that has the whole...
Has the screen up top.
Everything in here.
Well, no, it has the front piece, like the Titan, and then they added the screen on top. But to get all of that apart, you have to take that whole bezel out. The front piece just pops right off. And I believe you could probably do a Titan dash. I think I've done a Titan dash in one of those Armadas and just put a piece of plastic over the factory screen. That was years ago. So, floating. Yeah, you could, I mean, there again, it's just more the dash is fragile. It's doable for sure. It's a 2013. Anything is doable. It's just, yeah, scary. What's the real number on those 8-inch? Okay, showed you that. I just stopped, had to leave, and come back. Okay. Weird. What do you do with all your amps and gear when you begin... Wait, what? What do you do with all the amps and gear when will you begin our system? Your system, maybe?
So, for example, like if you upgrade your system, we give the customer everything back.
Yeah, so I don't like trash.
Like right now.
I mean, if we're wondering about like where does all this stuff go that somebody
over here,
like when they bring a car in. So this car, this is an HHR. This car was brought in for a speaker replacement because the only speakers that worked in the car were the two rear door, or was the driver's door and the two factory tweeters. It's GM standard problem. We all know that. It's just like Tahoes, they just fall apart. Anytime you're dealing with this speaker here, chances are good if you lose audio, speaker's trash. So 4 speakers swapped, one with some inexpensive JVCs, and then radio swapped as well, added backup camera, wanted a CD player. So this was just coming in originally for 4 speakers, but he added a new CD player and a backup camera. So it upgraded. So anyways, we put all this stuff back in the car, which is probably going to sit there for the next 6 months. A lot of the times that does. And did a nice upgrade here, adding in a backup camera, and he wanted CD. So no CarPlay. I mean, we put the USB in. He'll probably never use it because he's just going to do Bluetooth. Has Bluetooth, no steering wheel controls. So every now and then you just do a quick little, simple system to add some updated features. Customer doesn't want to get rid of the car. For some reason, they find it impossible to believe that the speakers died, which is hilarious, right? Because, I mean, it's like, it's an old car, right? And everything around it kind of falls apart. So that was dead, but now it works. So life is good. Tweeters stayed in because they're getting minimal amount effort here. Hit the brake for me, will you? Well, just open the door and hit the brake. Dude, you can do it.
Hit it?
Yeah.
Just like hit it?
No, I'll put your foot on it and crush it. Crush it like it's a bug. So there we go. We got a nice new backup camera, so that's cool. That's cool. And it plays CDs. How cool is that, right? Remember when CDs were a thing?
No.
It happens. I mean, CDs were a thing for a very long time. Paul has sold 2 CD players today. Well, anyway, so that's how that goes. Now, when you're talking about like us, when we upgrade stuff or when we switch things out in the cars, that's what all these cabinets are filled with. So when we have vendors that send us products for review or for installation in a car, or mainly they're all for review, we keep them for a certain amount of time. And then, because sometimes they don't belong to us and they might want them back, or they might want us to go back and film something else with that specific product. And so that's kind of nice. Then we'll just keep it for those purposes. But if they ever want them back, they can have them back. Like we've had some manufacturers that they've sent us stuff, we've reviewed it, and then we thankfully send it back because it's like don't really want it. And then in some cases they just end up sitting on the shelf until we need them for something else. It's kind of nice. So like if you caught today's video with the LX amplifier, we did the A50.1 with the bass boost kick EQ plus. The DSP that is out of frame that we're using to emulate factory stereo was a product that Moscone sent us. So it's like freaking awesome for what we have to do. It lives here. We showed it before, but what makes it so cool is that it actually gets powered up from the laptop, so we don't have to run power to it. And it's a 6-channel DSP. It's this little guy right here. So the little Pico, or no, this isn't a Pico, this is a Tomo. Yeah, this is a Tomo 4 to 6 DSP. Look how tiny this is. But to turn it on and run it, you just plug it into the laptop. So the USB is enough power to turn this thing on. So it makes doing testing for videos and all that other stuff like it's a dream come true. So they will never get this back because we use it off camera for a lot of fun stuff. So yeah, that's every now and then you get something cool. Another case in point where after we did the JBL stuff, so we reviewed that 8-channel JBL amplifier way back a long time ago. We were able to how do we lose stuff? Hold on. Oh, it's right here. We were able to repurpose one of the JBL amplifiers. So we have this, which is our test bench for all our key stuff. So key lock, key, we can use this for anything else. We can use this, but hiding underneath it, hold on, it's going to fall. Don't want to scratch it. Hiding underneath it is this guy right here. So to emulate a factory stereo in any way we want, we use this JBL amplifier. So that gave us the ability to add in all kinds of tests that we wouldn't normally have access to. Because, if we need to emulate something having a DSP, so at the time, that was our best option for doing that. Anyways. And then, of course, we needed a radio for the dyno. So this is a 9906. So this is 2 generations back. I think they sent us this, though, for this. So, anyways, some of this stuff is nice to have so that we can go back and do cool stuff with it and repurpose it. Other stuff just kind of sits around and gets dusty in the hopes that we might need it to do something else. Fragile. Why do all Nissans have weak dash pads? Because it was a poor design flaw that they decided to run with back then. If you look at that year of the car, all those cars had that dash material. They thought that was really good. So Infiniti and Nissan both have it. Someone sued the Nissan Infiniti and won because it would go to that shiny glossy stuff and then it would reflect on the windshield and it decreased visibility. So Nissan Infiniti had to replace thousands of dashes with the newer dash, hopefully, new material, because the new ones don't do it. It's just like Chevy. Chevy made dashes that year of pickup trucks that like body style where the dash always falls apart. I think it's like 3 generations ago. Just cracks in a million pieces. If you go back and look at Dodge, that original Dodge Ram when they first came out with the fender flares, all those dashes have disintegrated. So, they try these new materials, but they don't really understand what they're going to do. Because even their test labs can't replicate how people are going to put Armor All and Black Magic and all this other fun stuff on them. And that stuff seeps into the pores, and that stuff can contribute to the cracking of the material because it goes inside of there, and it will cause the foam to decouple from the glue. Basically, it deteriorates the glue. When it freezes, it can expand and crack. So there's all kinds of fun stuff that soap and water, people. Soap and water on the interior of your cars. That's all you ever want to use. Hey Dean, thanks for giving me options on the stereo for my Fusion. Unfortunately, I was involved in a MVA rollover. It has been totaled. That sucks. I hope you're okay and everyone is okay. That's always the hope. Damn. All right, so let's move on to the next car. Yeah? Isn't that what, look for the excitement? Avalanche Cadillac EXT, where would you put the amp doing the underseat box?
The Avalanche, we normally put them on the floor.
Yeah, but they're doing the underseat box, so
then
there's no underseat.
Put it where the box is.
I would buy the smallest amplifier I could. I would probably get, if I need power, I'm going to get a Rockford Power T or an M5, so like the M5 1001 or the T 750.1. If it's a small sub, I could do a Key 501, and I'm just going to bury it somewhere in the car because there is no great place to do that. So, because there's really no room underneath the seats. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Yeah, so not a lot of space. But with a small amp, now the other thing you could do, this is a fun one, is if you take the center console apart, because it's probably gonna, if it has Bose, it has a subwoofer in the center console, you don't need that in there anymore. So if you take the whole center console apart and take the subwoofer out of there, you also have a lot of room now in the center console that you can put a conventional size amplifier into. A little bit of modification. Not real big. No, there's plenty of room, plenty of airspace. But that would be the other option for you, is to go in the center console. But know that if people drink coffee, they're going to spill it all over the top of the amplifier. Oh yeah, Delver Sound, nice small 1,000 watt. There you go. I'm back. Hey Bobby. Sound Digital also has small amplifiers. That they do. Yep. There's a bunch of them now, so just find something small. Limited budget. Yeah, limited budget, small amplifier. Key 501. I mean, there you go. Okay. So anyways, today is Wednesday, which means it's hump day. There's nothing exciting going on. Today was a hot day. I actually just got back. I left. I had to go to my annual physical. Yay!
Yeah?
I hate doctors. I like my doctor as a person. Really cool guy. He's going to the new hair. He was getting his hair cut next door. But he was getting his hair cut by the big guy that just opened his new place. So he's going to the new place. So I don't get to see him anymore, which is fine with me because it's kind of awkward. But, like running into your doctor outside of doctor time, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. Monday will be soon. But today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. No car stereo. None of the Hi-Fi Vegas stuff tomorrow night because he's going to be out of town. He's on vacation. So
Again?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Good. I want his job.
Well, no, I mean, it's either he's gone or I'm gone. We do a lot of traveling, apparently. He had a convention last time.
I want your job.
You want my job?
No, I don't.
I was going to say, you can have my job, bro.
No, thank you.
It's all you, man.
Nope.
You can have it. I don't want it.
Nope.
I mean, go for it. I recently bought an MTA brand fuse holder and battery terminal. You should check them out. Only problem is they're not easy to find in the US. That could be a problem because typically we only buy things made here in the US. I'm kidding. I don't know. But no. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Steve Meade stuff for everyone. I don't even think all his stuff is made here in the US anymore. No, he makes stuff here, but he also has the inexpensive stuff, like the speaker cup. Like MTI had that broke, and we had to rebuild it.
Everything, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not true. Any experience with the DDVO line?
No.
Actually, zero experience with DD audio.
Nothing. Nada.
I've talked to them once, and they were like, we can recommend you to a local dealer.
You didn't even want to talk to you. Yeah.
And I was like, thanks.
Exactly.
Click. That has no reflection on their products. I don't know anything about them, so I can't speak to them.
No.
Seems to me like
and
a lot of people like them.
They're good. So.
Dean, thoughts for Christmas giveaway stuff you have laying around in the bay.
Oh man, it's just so hard.
Yeah, I mean, we could do something like that for sure. I don't know. We'll have to see how things go. We haven't done it in a while. I realize that. Mainly because, honestly, the last time we did it, where we did the 20 or 30 days of Christmas, there were some real jerks about getting free stuff. Like, people were crying about, like, and it's like, dude, you literally, the rules that we have are the easiest rules. Like, you could enter almost like, there were some guys that enter like 5-10 times with different email addresses, and there was like 30 days you could win stuff. So, I mean, what are they at? 300 chances to win. And, people were just not nice about it. And so that kind of, and it's like, it costs me money because I pay for all the shipping. I get the vendors to send us stuff, and then I pay for the shipping, and the shipping bill was, I don't know, between $1,500 and $2,500. And I don't know about you, but that's not that's a decent amount of money for people to just whine about. So that kind of,
everything is expensive. I don't think manufacturers are gonna be like,
that kind of turned me off to the whole giving away a bunch of free stuff, and people are complaining. So it's not that I don't want to do it. I really enjoy it, but I also don't like whiny bitches. So plus some of the stuff that we have that we'd give away, there's no warranty for, so it would just be like,
correct.
Hey, do you want this? Which I feel bad if they got something and it didn't work, or it died in 3 months.
Remember, we have some stuff.
We have lots of stuff.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's not. We can't give it away because there'd be no warranty, And it's like,
nope.
Yeah, I would hate for somebody to get something and it be broken or not work, or they break it the first day they have it and there's nothing we can do. Afternoon, hump day. How did the blood work come out? Okay, so here's the really thing that pisses me off about that. So I make the appointment, and I say to the we were just talking about this, and I was talking about this with my doctor, because my doctor goes, let me back it up. So I said to the lady on the phone, I said, hey, could you schedule the blood work so when I go there, I have my blood work? Oh, no, the doctor will do that when you get here. And I said, why would the doctor do that when I get here? It's my annual checkup. I don't want to come back. I don't really have the schedule. Well, if there's anything, they'll call you. And I go, well, that's just dumb. I get to my doctor today. My doctor says, how come you didn't do the blood work? I go, oh, don't even get me started on that. I said, I literally asked the person when I called, should I do blood work? And they were like, no, he'll give it. He's like, I don't know why they do that. I said, I know why they do that, because you haven't told them not to do that. So, I don't know. I don't know.
So, but is no way that you can just go.
No, you gotta have a prescription. Literally, it's a machine. Getting your blood work done is a machine. You walk in, like you type some. There's no one there. You literally just type your here, and then some person comes out. Like if you need help, you're screwed.
That would be good if we had machines that you just put your hand on, take it out, and then it's like, all right, come back in a few hours. We have you.
No, you don't even have to come back. They just send it off to the doctor.
No, but I'm just saying, self.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good.
And then you just take.
So, anyways, no idea how my blood work is. We'll find out here in the next couple days.
Really bad.
Probably turning cough. I wouldn't. No feeling of the groin yet either. I know they don't do that anymore. I ran into the doctor on a ski lift 300 miles from her office. That's pretty cool. Actually, it's funny because I was talking to my doctor about my dentist, because the dentist I go to is my doctor's friend. That's why I go to him, because I had some issues with inner ear and jaw a couple of years back, and he's like, go see this guy, and that guy fixed it and made it all great. It was weird. And so he's like, he asked me, he goes, what dentist? He goes, I go to your dentist. And he goes, oh, you go to this guy? And I said, yeah. He goes, I said,
don't go there.
well, no, it was funny because vacations, everyone just went on their vacation. I said, oh yeah, he went on this vacation. He goes, yeah, I know, we ran into him in the airport when they were leaving, we were coming back. And I go, oh, that's funny. I was like, it is a small world. It's truly a small world because my dentist
sick because you guys take so much vacation.
So my dentist knows Haley because Haley played soccer. His son played soccer, so they all met at the soccer field at some point. So I get to be soccer dad, so I get points for that. Yeah, it's really weird, man. It's really weird, and all of them are just like totally enamored with the fact that we do YouTube videos. Like they think that's the coolest thing in the world, which it is. But yeah. I kept putting off and rescheduling my doctor's appointment. No, Sue literally told me you need to have a doctor's appointment before the end of September or we're going to get fined by our insurance company because I guess that's a thing you can do. Anyways, this has turned into doctor talk with Dean and Fernando. Can you install aftermarket 2-ohm speakers to OEM amplifier? I have a 2025 Honda Odyssey. 3.3 or 3.2 yes, 2-ohm. You might not like the results that those give. Keep in mind, it's not like an aftermarket amplifier. Can it do it for a short period of time and at lower volumes? Yes, but it will not double the power. The juice is not worth the squeeze on that one. I don't recommend doing it. The 3.3 ohm or the 3.4 ohm speakers that like Infinity and some other guys make, yeah, those are fine. But the straight 2 ohm, no, you'll probably hurt the hurt that. I wouldn't. You're not. It's not worth the effort. Don't do that, please. Well, they tried you. Didn't know who they were talking to. A lot of people don't. So there again, yeah. So everybody, it's the joy of having 2 first names. Other than the fact that my parents never loved me because they didn't know how to name me properly. It's people that know me by one name and then everyone else in the world knows me by another. So it's really quite confusing. Shipping stuff is always a nightmare. See, the nice thing about shipping stuff is like we have a UPS store right here in the plaza. So like getting stuff there, it's just honestly, it feels like I'm getting punched in the face every time I ship something because Jesus Christ, like. I know how stuff gets delivered to me, like they throw it out my door. Like I've seen the camera footage. But what they're charging me to do that, dude, they should have white gloves on and like gently set it down and ring the doorbell. Nah, they don't do that anymore. They just chuck that shit up, take a picture, and like, here you go, bitch. It's like, damn.
Wow. Bro.
I know.
You're going all crazy with it.
Nobody likes whiny bitches unless it's supercharged. Only do it for OGs like me. There you go. Okay, this is from Susan, aka the wife. It says, Dean only scheduled this because I don't want an extra charge on my health insurance this year, LOL. And that's what I said.
Yeah,
that's truth. I don't lie. That's truth. I'm maxing out my HSA contribution this year. Oh yeah, no, right? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Okay. Come on, the phone is froze. Okay.
We are in Clearwater, Florida.
Yes.
We are in Clearwater, Tampa Bay area, but yeah, Clearwater, Florida.
Where in MI are you? We're in FL. Who's in MI? Isn't that Michigan?
I was thinking like Miami.
Minnesota? No, it's not Miami. MI is a state.
Michigan.
I thought Michigan. Yeah, sure. Either way, we're in Florida. Clearwater. Right down the street from the airport. We're 15 minutes from the airport. I'm from Michigan, yes. I am from. I was born in Pontiac.
Do they still make that?
The cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they stopped making Pontiacs. But no, I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I was born in Pontiac, Michigan. I moved when I was 10. Thank God. Milwaukee.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, but no, I was born in Pontiac. Didn't live there for long. Moved to another part of Michigan that was way nicer. We're moved into the suburbs. My dad was a cop in Michigan. you can kind of put two and two together if you're a keeper of Michigan history. He was involved in the Detroit City riots. He was a sniper. Some people went home very painful.
Sniper.
Yeah.
I like snipers. They're so cool.
I'm sorry. Just kidding. It's okay. We're just having fun. Dude, listen, a Pontiac Aztek, I don't know why y'all hated on that thing. It was ugly for sure, but let's be honest. The Pontiac Aztek right now, that thing would be dope. Like, dude, people would be...
Hybrid.
I know, that. Yeah,
It's
a
a
Cybertruck.
Tesla.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if the Aztek was out right now, people would be all over it. All these, like, I want to live in my car people, and with that camper tent out the back, oh my god, the Aztek would be on fire right now. They should bring that thing back.
Why do they call the Aztek? Doesn't make... They're trying to make a pyramid?
I don't know why they could. Yeah, maybe. Who knows, man? It is a dumb name, but I feel like that car would do really well right now.
I'm gonna
like
make
an
a pyramid.
an updated version of the Aztek. Mm-hmm. Come on, it's got to be battery. It's got to be a hybrid, or not a hybrid. It's just got to be straight. Plug it into the wall. All DC voltage, whatever. All batteries, no gas. Aztek. It would do amazing. We could call it the Mayan instead of the Aztecs. You know, call it the Mayan. Yeah.
Mayan?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
Those are the only two cultures that Americans know, Aztecs and Mayans. That's all we learned in school. You know, we didn't learn any other
I have a
ones.
Mayan.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like...
Okay, so that explains a lot. Okay, hold on. Great, guys. Have a great afternoon. You have a wonderful afternoon. In Pontiac, no more. Oakland County Sheriffs took it over a few years back. Yeah. Oakland County. Yep. So where was my dad? My dad was a cop. He wasn't a sheriff. But I don't know if it was Oakland County or not. I'd have to ask him, but it was it's right outside of there. No, because my grandfather lived in Kego Harbor. He was the postmaster general in Kego Harbor forever. He was Orchard County. He was an Orchard County police. Yes. Yeah. See, all I know is a lot of lakes. To get to point A to point B is harder than here because you have to drive around all the freaking lakes. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
No, Orchard County. He was an Orchard County police officer. He retired a lieutenant.
Oh, very cool.
Not really, because that's all he can talk about. And it's like, dude, you haven't been a cop for like 50 years. You're right on with that. Yep. The Olmec.
No, it's a lot.
So the Olmec sounds really cool. Like, I'm down for that. I think that is really neat. And for those of you that are still with us, thank you, because I know we've totally jumped the shark on the car stereo thing.
No kidding.
But I feel that's necessary every now and then, because though we all love car stereo, we have to expand our horizons a little bit and make it kind of fun. Dean, are you high? The Aztek EV, LOL. I don't do any drugs. I'm the boringest guy in the world. I kid you not. But let's think about it. I mean,
You don't drink?
No.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
That happens all the time on these trips, man. It is so fantastic. Anyways, no, I mean, really think about it for a minute. I mean, look at the ugly ass cars that we have out right now. They're just disgusting. If you took an Aztek, rounded it off a little bit, maybe make it not so tall. I mean, come on, a Cybertruck, for God's sake. Yeah, just grab a router, put a 45 on it, and just, add a couple chamfers, add a couple roundovers, run it through Fusion a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, if West Coast Customs can redesign the DeLorean, why can't we redesign the Aztek and make it, I mean, dude, it would be awesome. I think people would love it. I don't know if you remember, but I took my wife's Hyundai Velociter to you guys from Texas road trip, and you guys hooked my car up. Best system ever owned. Next is my Odyssey.
So I think that was the first one.
One of the first guys.
Built.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was like a JL system.
One. Yes.
And that was the one we had to like repin the rear because it was all active. We had to, because it had the weird.
Of course, man.
I think that was it because he was from Texas.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
That was fun. That was like one of the first videos we ever filmed. Like the full install.
We can't wait for the Odyssey to come.
Oh, that was so much fun. Remember when that was fun?
It was.
It was so much fun. I learned about Olmec in school. Yeah, see, we did. We learned about Aztecs and Mayas. The Aztec was a space car for the Daytona 500. Oh,
Really?
there you go. Good afternoon, guys.
Hey, Brad.
Is it Brad?
I mean,
Was Brad there? I didn't see.
you don't have your glasses on?
No. Anyone that lives in Michigan can understand moving out of Pontiac. Yes. Yeah, I do remember the house vaguely. And on one of the trips years ago when we took Haley to Michigan, we did go through the subdivision. And my dad was with us, so he showed us the house. And it's a really small house. It was
Did you ever stop and be like,
oh, no.
Hey, guys.
No, we just creeped by real slow, like a drive-by.
It used to be my house.
No.
Can I get
And
in?
it's funny because Anne was the only one in school.
Cool.
My older
okay,
sister
yeah.
was the only one in school, and she was hanging upside down on the monkey bars. They used to have that metal. Some of you old people remember when they used to have not monkey bars like that, but it was like a dome made out of metal bars that you could just climb around in. Remember when we could have things that weren't safe? She was hanging upside down on one of those and face planted and bit through her lip.
Yeah.
So she's always had a scar right here, and it was hilarious. Because I was too small to even remember it, but I just always remember having a scar and them telling me the terrible story of, my dad had to go there, sirens blaring as a cop, Joe Super Cop has to come and rescue his daughter. I'm like, okay. Anyways.
Who did it?
Yeah, she face planted herself. Oh, it's just like when Haley went up the slide backwards. So, Haley's stories, because those are always fun. So, when she was at KinderCare, her slide, they had a covered slide at the top, and they always told the kids not to go backwards. What does she do? She goes up backwards, cracks her head open. Sue's at the KinderCare. I walk up, and they just got her to stop crying. And I walked up, and I looked at her, and I go, a couple stitches, she'll be fine. Starts bawling again. I go, put your big boy pants on. You'll be fine. Yeah, that was funny. And then Dad, of course, carried her in, got her stitches. That's a whole wonderful story. We should tell it. I'm sure we've told that in The Boring Life many times. If he was in the riots, he probably dealt with the search for the Oakland County child killer in the 70s. Orchard Lake Police. I don't doubt it for a minute. He's got a lot of stories. He keeps a lot of that stuff private to himself, which is really weird. I don't ask. He doesn't. We saw your toe shoes. Always have the toe shoes, man. Always have the toe shoes. This is the new 5-star logo. The new like MLB style colors. That blue, white, and red. I'm surprised the Aztec didn't make a comeback after Breaking Bad.
No,
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad? I know it's a show I need to watch, but I've never actually watched it.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Breaking Bad? Like what?
Breaking Bad.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all remember and enjoy the Veloster. It had a 4th order 15 subwoofer and was insanely loud. Yep. Those were the good old days. Jungle Gym, that was it. Yes, I mean I thought Jungle Gym was just a generic name for everything, but either way, that's what it was. Dean, does the KW 6006 DSP have the ability to give me a flat signal from a 21 Elantra, or do I need a key lock? A key lock would be strongly recommended. So the KW 606 DSP from Kenwood, which they just did an update on the app, so now you can connect to them if you have a newer device. They fixed the Bluetooth, supposedly, so Josh tells me. Was iData only, so it only has 2 inputs. It has a right and a left input, and it has 10 outputs. 6 of those are amplified, 4 of those are not, and you control it from your phone. It was the first amplifier to be ever iData compatible, so you need an iData AR and a harness to plug into it. So it came with the RR later on, and even if you're not going to use it as an iData, you still need the AR to generate a remote turn on. So it won't turn on unless you have an AR connected to it. Now, if your car is AR compatible, then all you have to do is plug it in through AR with the appropriate T-harness, and it'll take care of everything. If the car is not AR compatible, then yes, if it's like a base model and doesn't have the premium audio system and all you have is a factory left-right, front-rear, then yes, you can throw a key lock onto the front channels as long as there's nothing happening in the rear. Put those into the front and only 2 channels, inputs, of the 606 and use that amplifier. Not weird. My wife answered 911 for 20 years, never talks about it. Oh, that's Brad. I know that's Brad. Yeah, we had a big conversation about that. I wouldn't. Yeah.
You say
Yeah.
Brad.
Yep. I know that's Brad.
Dude,
Yep.
I would love to hear some stories like
I
that.
don't want to make any of those people relive those stories.
No, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
I
But
don't-
still, like, if they want to share it, it's like, yeah, I mean,
If they need somebody to talk to just to get
Right.
it off their chest,
yeah.
I will
'Cause
gladly
I'm
sit
pretty
there
sure
and
that's
listen.
like crazy
I'm
stuff. in
a
there.
good listener. So Haley tells me. But I would never ask them to relive any of that
That's why
stuff.
you're still married.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Okay. I'm using low level from the front speaker leads soldered to RCAs. I would recommend doing a key lock for that for sure, because the Kenwood DSP is very limited on its functionality. Like it's a solid, it'll do its job. It's fantastic. I have one sitting on the shelf. It's
It
mine.
was made for that.
But it was really made for a fixed input, meaning something that has already been corrected. So putting a key lock in front of it, it would really update the unit and make it sound 100% better for sure. There's no question about it. So yeah, definitely spend the $150 buy a key lock. How did the Corvette turn out? That previous install was terrible. I was embarrassed for the owner. That was bad. It turned out fantastic as far. So it turned out fantastic. No, it's okay. I mean, hey.
Just kidding.
So the owner was not happy with me personally because I, of course, am not an Alpine fan, and I let that be known in the video. He watched the video and he was really upset that I apparently am not an Alpine fan. Therefore, I would have chose something different to go in the car. However, aside from that, my own opinion aside, just because I don't like something doesn't mean I'm not going to do the best job possible for it. And just like in that video, we only were going to do 6.5, so I was like, that's stupid. We upgraded to the 8-inch. So even though, it wasn't something I would have picked, I still made sure that we did the best job humanly possible for the equipment that we have. That is rule number one. I'm going to shine whatever you give us 110%, which, and he said, dude, that guy did a great install, but, he basically called me whatever. And I'm like, no, I didn't, and I'm sorry. I don't have to like everything I do to do a great job at it. And sometimes I let people know that I don't like certain things, and good, bad, or indifferent. But the car turned out fabulous. The 8-inch and those, dude, they hammered. They sound much better than a 6.5 ever possibly could. That's why we kind of went on the 8-inch kick, like we talked about the Morels at the beginning of this. So no, it was good. I was generally pleased. Could have used a little bit. There's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda, would have been great, but no, he was happy with it. He liked the way it sounded. He was totally cool. The only thing we ran into, like with that, because it's an older car, which we seem to be running into a lot now, is steering wheel controls on these older vehicles are becoming not cooperative, and so we had to program on that steering wheel. It has 5 buttons, and one of them is a preset 1 through 6. It's this really big button, and we programmed that for volume up because volume up no longer worked. So that was it. That was the only caveat that we ran into on that, other than just standard stuff that you run into on a Corvette. But no, 100% better, total plug-and-play system. I was tickled because I love doing something where we can repurpose harnesses and just make shit that's really cool that just adapts into the car. Because like back when that car was new and we were doing them, the parts that we have available to us now didn't exist. So we would guerrilla install stuff. And so being able now to be like, I'm going to say bougie-ish a little bit, is really cool. So we were able to, grab harnesses that Metro makes and depin them, repin them, add pins to them, and like make some really neat stuff that's the kind of stuff I like doing. So from an install point of view, I had a great time installing in the Corvette. Making those cool door brackets to put the 8-inch in was solid. Coming up with those really thick baffles for them, and then making that amplifier so it just mounts to the Bose amp rack, and then just plugged right in, and the radio plugged right in, and like we didn't have to run any extra anything in that car other than the backup camera, of course. I thought that was really cool to take an old car and be able to do some updated modern installation techniques in it, which I think is really, really kind of fun. If we don't laugh, we all cry. Exactly. Awesome. I'll pick up one today. Having trouble with the time alignment. That could be why you're having trouble with the time alignment. If it's got an all-pass filter or any delay from the factory, then the time alignment will never work properly. So definitely get the key lock, and that'll solve all of that. So, yes.
All right.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
You want to get this out of here?
Unless you want to keep it.
I mean, it's not on my top 10 list of cars I want to keep.
No, we can put 215s in the back.
Oh, we've done that. We did that. We did that. We came back from that one trip. We had one of these to work on. I think we have an HHR video somewhere where we
Like, dude,
we put a
3.5 in here.
PDX
a
V9.
tweeter.
No, it had PDX V9 with R types all the way around. We put that amp underneath the seat here. He's a good
Big
customer.
floating screening.
No,
here.
he did a. It was an all Alpine R, PDX V9, R type components up front, 6.5s in the back.
Big 6.5s in the door.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, we can do a lot.
I think we did 2 R type pens or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, we did a full R type on one of these. If you get a chance, watch the Kicker live from last night. You and Nando were mentioned. Isn't that the one Dan was on?
That was Bowman right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I just watched?
What?
Um,
A movie.
No. So, my guy that sent us the salsa,
Yes.
Brian
Yeah.
Chance sends us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
Good
got it.
salsas.
Anyway,
Yeah.
send us all the salsa, send us barbecue sauce. He always sends me random videos to watch. He sent me. Somebody did it was a Latino guy, and they dubbed it into English, which was great. But they went to Tempano.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Tempano.
Okay.
What's the other one in Brazil? The one that used to make power inverters.
Yeah.
It's not jeez. Come on, guys. I can't wait for the Motors trip. Actually, we just talked to them today.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. So, he is the one who brought it up. Does he have a shop somewhere? No. Pancho's Mexican Buffet.
Taramps.
Teramps.
There
Yes.
you go. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so Teramps. Thank you.
guys.
So, anyways, there's a somebody did this really cool where they went to Teramps and took you on a tour through the whole place, like them making their speakers, them assembling their amplifiers, caddying out the amplifiers.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was
I wanna
really
see that.
cool.
That's
It's on
cool.
it's on YouTube.
American based.
Yeah.
Power us.
I mean, yeah. Show like literally they do everything there. Full assembly of all their speakers.
Cool.
They build all their magnet plates and like they show the sheet steel coming in,
Yeah.
and then all the lathing of the parts and the stickers and the how they put the logo on the dust cap. And
So somebody filmed that.
somebody filmed that as it was like a story. It was really good.
So it seems like somebody watched our shows and is like, oh, we should do that for us.
I would love to go to a place like that
Yeah.
actually makes something.
Yeah.
Because all the places we go to,
China, bro.
we'd have to go to China or to South America somewhere.
I mean,
Brazil.
John told you.
Yeah. No, I would do it. I would watch it. I'll see if I can find. I deleted the link because I'm a moron. It's in my trash. I'll dig it back up and I'll put a link to it on Saturday on the news, either
Come on,
Friday or
man.
Saturday. But
Korea.
hey, Chris. No, I'd go to Korea. Yeah, that'd be fun. Where's my
Nowhere? Oh,
Toyota stuff? ETA? Just curious. Toyota stuff, Chris? ETA?
What's up?
When are we looking? I'd go either one. I'd go to either one.
Yeah.
You know, I could be Steven Seagal. You know,
You need to get.
I'd wear a fat suit,
and long hair. Bro.
and
You
I would put a ponytail on. You should go to Italy to the Moscone. I'd love to go to Italy. Yeah, I'd love to go to France.
There you go.
Any day.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. I go to the Focal factory in a
Yeah, we
heartbeat.
don't sell a lot of utopias.
I would love to go to where Morel is made.
Israel.
Not right now.
Why not?
They're kind of busy. They're kind of preoccupied with some other stuff. So once all that is taken care of, I'd love to go to Israel and check out
Taiwan.
the Morel stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a dozen places I'd love to go to all over the world and watch stuff being manufactured. I would love to do it here in the United States. That would be fantastic. I just don't know where. You ever do home audio? So years and years ago, yes, because like Israel, no way, not right now.
Maybe in a couple years.
Honestly, if someone paid for the trip and was like, "Hey, we're gonna do that," I would still go. You know, everyone would be pissed, but I'd still go. After I got done building my first car stereo, I immediately switched to home audio. I have a very normal home audio system. I have an audio control receiver that I got from Audio Control. Dude, you have all Pioneer Elite stuff. I don't want to hear it.
Just choose the receiver.
And what do you have for speakers?
They are the Energies.
Yeah, you have Energy speakers. Anyways, I have all Morel home audio speakers. But no. The only thing that makes sense here is larger waistlines. Hey, let's not do that. Anyways, that's it. We're going to let you guys go. This has been a crazy 5 minutes of 5-star. What is the best ceiling speaker? You know who's got really awesome ceiling speakers? Real quick, and it's a car audio company. You know who it is?
No.
Memphis. Check out, so Memphis has a whole audio line for home that is like not like towers and stuff, but it's in walls and out by the pool and stuff like that. And they are freaking awesome. I got a chance to listen to them and see them at CMA out in Canada, not this year, last year. Mm-hmm. Dude, their stuff is incredible. It looks fantastic and it sounds great. And guess what? It's not crazy money. So if
Fuka has them.
In walls, man. In walls.
Listen,
I'm trying to keep car stereo pricing. Car stereo pricing. Okay?
At that point, let's just go to Parks Express and just put whatever speaker you have in.
You could do some Parts Express. I mean, why not? What I need to do is I have ones in my ceiling now. I need to make my own and put some Morels up there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I need to
and then you film it.
Listen, there's so many. No, I'm not gonna film it because I actually want to get it done. If I filmed it, it would take forever.
You just film and say, "All right, this is what we're gonna do."
What's up, Benjamin?
It's done.
Bro, Benjamin has his picture is with Chip Foose from Master Tech.
Benjamin just travel all over the place.
Benjamin gets all over the place, but
he's fantastic.
I mean,
yeah.
You took a picture with us. Can we get that instead of Chip Foose? I mean,
you're not that famous. Okay, slow down, man.
I mean, it's Chip Foose though. Come on, man. It's like having a picture with Ronald McDonald. You know, anyone can get that.
Not really.
Film it. I know. All right, listen. I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know what that means for us. We did find the Morels 8-inch right here. So we talked to those at the beginning. If you're coming in at the end, go watch the beginning. You guys have a fantastic day. Fernando, where can they find those speakers?
MorelHiFi.com.
Boom. See ya.